Well, not only has Sarah Boone been sentenced and shuffled off, now the jail has shuffled her off to the big house. She's somebody else's problem, and we're going to talk about it in today's video. Hello, Sofa Squad, and welcome back to the sofa. Psh, Sofa's back there. Psh, I'm right here. Psh, boys, they're over there in their little crate. I hope y'all are doing well. My name's Paul if you're new to the channel. If you're not new to the channel, my name still is Paul. What we're going to be doing today is a very quick update, but one that several people have emailed me being like, Paul, hello, why haven't you said anything about this? Honestly, don't know. It was the holidays. I was sick as a dog, the whole 9 yards. So we're back on the Sarah Boone train. Okay. Now, what we're going to be talking about today, again, is very quick. We're just going to look at a couple of little things from her prison record, her new headshot or mugshot, her new headshot. And it's her headshot to her new mugshot, and just kind of go over it. Now, if you're new to this case, this is the case of Sarah Boone. Sarah Boone was convicted after a very long, and I mean multi-year legal battle over the death of her boyfriend, Jorge Torres. She manipulated him into a suitcase. She zipped him up. She recorded him. She mocked him as he suffocated, and she went upstairs to her bed, passed out, most likely inebriated, and got up in the morning and he had succumbed and he died. And then we went on a almost 5-year narcissistic escapade through the court systems of Florida. Okay. And that's where we've been at with Sarah. She turned down a 15-year plea deal. She ended up getting life. Probably the best place for her and us. Okay. And that's it. So as you know, once you are sentenced, it takes a little bit, but they do come and get you and they ship you off to prison, and this is where she's at. So that rounds us out to this video. If you want to go more into this case, this video is attached to the playlist, and it's long and tawdry, so just know that. Okay, so let's put this first thing up on the screen, this headline. You'll see here it says Sarah Boone transferred to Florida prison to serve life sentence for boyfriend's suitcase murder. This is by Fox 35 digital staff. It says this was updated December 31st, 2024. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. Her sturdy, victimized martyr headshot. I keep calling it the headshot, right? It's a mugshot. Okay, so it says Boone was turned over to the Florida Department of Corrections, FDC, to serve her life sentence shortly before 5 a.m. on Monday, a spokesperson for Orange County Corrections Department confirmed to Fox 35 News. Now, beneath this it says, according to FDC's website, Boone is currently incarcerated at the Florida Women's Correction Center in Ocala, Florida. Let's just go on over there real quick. So on the screen here, you will see Florida Department of Corrections, Corrections Offender Network, inmate population information. And it says this is current as of 1/5/2025. Here's her picture. And we see Sarah Boone, white female, birth date 77. Initial receipt date 12/30/2024. So she brought the new year in. Okay, she brought it in. Okay. Now it says she's at the Florida Women's Reception Center, and the current custody is pending. She's sentenced to life. Now the confinement status says she's not in confinement, but it basically is like, look, they just say this because of the situation that's going on. She's in reception. She's not eligible for a visit, and the reason she's not eligible for a visit, at least at this time of this, is because she's in that thing. It's like she hasn't messed up yet or anything like that. That's just where she's at with the process. Okay, let's keep going. Now over here it just says, the aliases, and these are just her names, Sarah Boone, Sarah Catherine Boone. Again, we come down here to the offense date, the 23rd of February 2020, second degree murder, dangerous act, and she was sentenced 12/02/2024, sentenced to life. And then down there again, date in custody is at 12/30/2024. So she's there. Now what will happen with her? And I mean, again, I just sit here and wonder. They're going to do the whole thing where she's at the reception center. They're going to monitor her. They're going to see her behavior. They're going to do this, and they're going to figure out like what's her custody status, where she's going, all this type of stuff. This is where I think the problem will immediately begin for Sarah. Okay. Sarah, number one, put herself out there the way that she did publicly. Now, sure, this might, behoove her in the way of commissary, kind of being locally famous, all that type of stuff, whatever. Like, she might get clout in prison is what I'm saying. Clearly, we saw she has fans like who are calling him for her. When that lady called him, talking about Sarah was going to give me a kidney and all this type of stuff or whatever, right? I'm sure she'll meet more people like this and whatever. Where I think she'll run into issues is, number one, annoying other inmates, but also continuing forth with her behavior of the constant, abusing the system. So for example, I've talked in previous videos where I was like, I personally think Sarah will be somebody who like abuses the medical system in prison, where she'll come up with every little thing every day. I need to see dental. I need to see this. I need to see that. My rights are being violated. It's almost like it makes her time go by faster for her. Right? Because other than that, it's like, well, what are you going to do? Now, clearly she's going to work on appeals, right? Please. We already know this, okay? I mean, we've already seen the one appeal lawyer came and went and this, that, and the other and whatnot. So that's just a given. Anybody would be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not unique to her. I mean, like, we would want to get out too, right? So we would be doing the appeal. It's just the way she's going to go about it. Now, again, non-legal professional opinion here, do I think she could get one? I don't see how she couldn't, because so much went on with the case. And even though I love the judge, I feel like so much went on with it that I would be surprised if they didn't give her a new trial in some fashion. But also the judge did such a good job at dotting his I's, crossing his T's, but there's a lot going on there, right? Do I think the outcome would be any different? Absolutely not. Her best bet, okay? Her best bet would be to work as hard as she could to get an appeal. Win an appeal, like them come back and be like, yep, we're going to overturn your conviction. We're going to retry your case. And they come back to her with a deal. And even if the deal is 25 years, she takes the deal. Okay, that's her best bet, because I think if she goes before a jury, they're going to see the same thing that everybody did in this current jury did. Sarah didn't see those because there's some, and again, I'm not a therapist or whatever, there's clearly something going on. I don't know if it's narcissism or sociopathy or however you say it, whatever, to where what Sarah thinks she's serving is not what she's given to. Like, we're not getting it. It's like, girl, you're serving this, but we're not getting that, right? We're all seeing something totally different. These videos that she showed, thinking like, see how bad George was? And it's like, girl, you were basically pushing him down the stairs in that. You know what I mean? Where it's like, how do you not see that? So anyways, I mean, I could go on about that forever. So I don't think she stands much of a chance. I think that she's going to get a very bad name with the population of the staff and all these people, and she'll be an annoyance to them, right? Now, granted, she doesn't want to be there, so who cares, right? She wants to make their jobs harder. I get it, right? She doesn't want to be there. That being said, that's going to make her time harder, though. So I just feel like she's going to make her own time more difficult in that way. Now, I think that we're definitely, now these channels who get like prison phone calls and stuff like that, please, hours of entertainment. I don't know if they're out there yet. If they are, drop it in the comments. But that it's going to be good, right? I mean, can you imagine? Now, also, I know that people are talking about like you can get the inmate behavior stuff or whatever she does. There's going to be notes galore. She's going to give the deputies reasons galore to write her up all day long. Maybe not in a negative way, but like the documentation of stuff, just like we saw from jail, right? Because she's going to prove herself to be one of those people. What Sarah's going to learn very quickly in prison is there's a whole different thing where when you're in jail and not convicted yet, it's like, she's convicted. She's property of the state. It's a whole different vibe, right? Now, I'm not trying to say like this, that, or whatever's going to happen. I mean, I don't know, where she's incarcerated or how they roll or whatever, but it's a different vibe. She is convicted. She is property of the state of Florida. State of Florida does not play around. So she's going to learn. I think she's going to F-A-F-O real quick. Okay. So we'll see. We also want to see where she gets shifted to. Can you imagine when they give her work duty? What kind of a job do we think they would give her? God forbid. They're like, Sarah, we see potential in you, girl. We're going to make you the warden secretary. Yeah. Please. If they need a prolific letter writer, which could be the warden secretary, they might do that, right? I don't know if that's still a thing anymore or whatever. I'd put her pill and potatoes. Give a solid year of pill and potatoes just to humble her. But then she would have all that time to sit there and think and conjure. Never mind the potato thing. Anyways, that's it though. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I do appreciate you following me for Sarah Boone. We will obviously still be catching up with this. So if you see stuff come through that you're like, Paul, hello, why haven't we talked about it? Go on. ring my bell, drop it in the inbox, you know what to do. And speaking of you know what to do, if you could, drop some sofas off down in the comment section for myself, Rosco and Spirit, the boys who have been sleeping so kindly. So I'll have a place to hang out and talk with you and everybody else at the Sofa Squad about this case and all the cases we do talk about here at the Sofa Squad. And until we meander on down there to do that, I'll see y'all soon. I just wanted to say thank you again for watching the whole video, and also thank you for being part of the Sofa Squad. Special thanks to all the Patreon members, channel members from both of my channels, everybody who likes, shares, subscribes, comments in the comment sections. It helps the channel out so much. Now don't forget, I do have that other channel, the podcast channel. That's where we go live, we hang out, we talk. We have kind of sort of a schedule, but just be sure and check it out. I'll put it up here on the screen. And then, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to follow me and Rosco on the Instagram, go on, check it out. It's right here on the screen again. But once again, thank you very much. I really appreciate you being part of the Sofa Squad, and I'll see you in the next video.